We are all seeing them on social media right now. You teachers asking for help with your wish lists, right? You got school right around the corner here. And I don't think that there are many, but there are some that still don't realize that teachers have to dip into their own salaries and pay for the supplies in their class. It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, especially when you consider what teachers get paid to begin with. But there are so many teachers that take this seriously, as it should be, because you are shaping the minds of our future and of these kids. And they want it to be extra special, especially after the year we just had with the pandemic and so many kids having to do virtual learning. And now that they're going back to school again, I mean, this past year and a half has been rough for a lot of people. And there's going to be a lot of adjustment for these kids going back. So I think the teachers really want to go above and beyond this year to make it as welcoming of an environment as possible. So they're gonna make sure that your kids are well taken care of.
Teachers, if you want to give us a call for just 1 second and try to explain to people what the hidden costs are that you guys have to deal with every single year. 1-855-BERT show, because that's the reason why we're doing this. I tried to look for an average online yesterday of what's the average amount that a teacher has to spend on their own classroom, and I couldn't get a real accurate one. They're kind of all over the place. The highest was $745 in some cities. Others say it's about $600. So it's a lot. That's a lot to a teacher. That's a lot to anybody. If you're looking at stats, about 91% of teachers dig into their own bank account to purchase supplies for families that can't afford them. Wow. 91%. Do you know that about your teacher? Teachers spend more than $1 billion of their own classroom supplies every year on their classroom supplies. $1 billion. Teachers in high poverty schools tend to spend about 40% more of their own money for supplies than teachers in wealthier districts. There are union fees. I had a teacher, one of Tiffany's friends, this weekend, Courtney, tell me that she pays teacher insurance every month. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't either.
What's the insurance for?
Well, if kids get all crazy in class and something happens, someone slips in your class or something, I guess.
Oh, really?
I just assumed it was the school that would pick that up.
Yeah.
So I'm not exactly sure, but that's what she pays. So we're going to help you guys out, and I'm going to tell you how in about a second here. Hey, Haley, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so some hidden costs.
The entire classroom.
The entire classroom.
The classroom itself.
The entire classroom.
Decorating, everything.
Decorating, yeah. So I teach kindergarten. So luckily we have a lot of parents that are willing to help us out, but the bulletin board, the letters on the bulletin board, the buckets where the kids' supplies go.
Everything.
Everything.
So you look inside of a classroom, and everything on those walls right there was paid by a teacher right there. This one I got yesterday online from Abby Smith. On top of supplies and decorations for my class, I also buy shoes, clothes, toothpaste, really anything students need, including food and drinks, because some kids may not have food at home and are super hungry when they come in. Teachers buy stuff for students who would go without. You don't even think about that.
So grateful and thankful for them, but also breaks your heart at the same time.
Brandy, how much are you spending on your classroom and on what?
I'm spending about $450 a year. I know that's a little less than most people, but it's a lot when you have your own family and you got to buy kids school supplies for your own family, and then you're also buying for your classroom. So we're buying pencils and treats and all sorts of different things that you can't even imagine throughout the year. So it's the beginning of the year, you take a big hit of all of the things that the previous caller said with the bulletin boards and things like that, but it's just such an ongoing monetary expense to be a teacher.
Sure. Now, what she's saying is on the lower end, because I got this tweet yesterday. It says, I spend at least $1,500.
What?
Everything, and that wasn't an uncommon tweet yesterday. Everything from, in fact, Courtney told me over the weekend she spends $1,000, and that's in Gainesville. Everything from binders, markers, Kleenex, supplies for Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day, etc. Everything comes out of our pockets for over 30 kids. And that's besides the basic everyday supplies.
That's what I was going to say is like, I wish when I was a kid somebody was doing this for my teachers because they had those tissues post-pandemic, wintertime. They had those tissues that felt like that Delta toilet paper.
Right.
And it just hurt so bad. It was like a cat's tongue on your face and you'd be like all raw. Now we can spring for those tissues with the aloe.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to use the same format we used with the small businesses because I'm finding you guys are super, super generous with each other. So it's really Bert Show helping out Bert Show here. So here's what we want you to do, teachers. We want you to call the Clear My Wishlist line. Here's your phone number, 1-844-827-8368. 844-827-8368. If you can't write that down because you're in the car or whatever, no sweat. That'll be on our website at thebertshow.com. And here's what we want you to do. We want you to leave us a voicemail with just the basics. Just the basics. Tell us about your class. Tell us about you. Tell us what makes your class special. We are going to get hundreds, if not thousands, of voicemail messages. So I would encourage you to tell us what makes your classroom special. And then we're either going to play your voicemail on the Bert Show or we're going to talk to you and you're going to make your pitch to Bert Show fam all around the country. And then we're going to put your wish list up online at thebertshow.com and people will donate to you. My guess is we've got Bert Show fam that's so generous, and we've seen that now for 20 years, that we're hoping to clear all your wish lists.
And this is in all of our Bert Show family, markets. So, I mean, Charleston, Nashville, Atlanta, Fort Wayne, you name it. You guys, teachers across the country, we know that you're going to be struggling financially, so we want to help you out.
We got those smaller cities also. We got a bunch in Pennsylvania that need help also, Chattanooga. So wherever you guys are, we're going to put this in the hands of the Bert Show fam, same we did with small businesses. And you guys heard that a couple of months ago. I mean, these small businesses were calling back going, I can't believe how generous Bert Show family is. So we're hoping the same thing happens for teachers here. So it's Bert Show helping Bert Show. Again, 1-844-827-8368, and that number will be online. We're going to take these voicemails all week this week, and then we'll start helping you guys out next Monday. All right? All the info up online at thebertshow.com.
The Bert Show.